This is Arts Student Union. We support and represent you throughout your time at UAL. Arts SU membership is free and you become a member at enrollment. Find your community within our sports clubs and societies, in person or virtually, or set up your own. Our well-being program, Arts Active, is also open and is a space to try something new. We help sell your work and support you through our Made in Arts London program. We find the best places for you to spread your creative wings. And as a London living wage employer, we ensure that our opportunities are fair. We have a free and confidential advice service for housing and academic issues, so you can spend time making the most of your university experience. Your elected student officers work with you to make a difference by campaigning together for change at UAL and beyond. We'll fight to make sure you're treated fairly and with dignity. So this is us, Arts SU. We're here and can't wait to meet you.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's Arts SU Welcome Talk. I'm Georgia, my pronouns are she, her, and I'll be presenting this talk for you today. This presentation will be about 20 minutes with time for questions at the end. And it's just a chance for you to get familiar with the Student Union and what we do, because you'll be hearing a lot about us at your time at university. So importantly, we are not UAL, we're separate to UAL, so we are run by students for students. We're accountable to you. Everything we do is with you as a priority, and we are on your side with everything we do. So who are we? So you're automatically a member of the Student Union when you enrol at UAL, meaning that anyone can sign up to be part of our societies and our sports clubs. And basically, because our kind of role as the Student Union is to just make sure that you get the most out of your experiences at university, and we can kind of help you with that. And kind of as part of that, that is joining our sports teams, our societies, and kind of going to our social spaces like our cafes and bar. We have lots of services that you can access, and in the next 20 minutes we're just going to go through those services and what we have to offer, because we do have a lot to offer, from our social events to our advice service. Okay, so these people, we are your officer team for this year. We've been elected by the student body to represent you, and that's our full-time jobs. We regularly meet with decision makers at all levels within the university and are members of important committees where they can affect change for you. But importantly, the sabbatical officers were elected by the students, and that's something that happens yearly. So the sabbatical officers run campaign priorities, and that's priorities for the Student Union as well. This year, our campaign priorities include decolonising and inclusivity at UAL, targeted accessibility support, international student support, and community mobilisation and development. This is just kind of like a loose outline for this presentation, but if you kind of want to see like more updates about these things, or speak to us kind of more in depth, you can find out more about that on our Instagrams, but also on the Student Union website. Okay, and then the autumn elections for 2021. So Arts SU is an independent charity led by our 18,500 members. And through elections and referendums, every student has the right to participate and vote in our elections, to decide who represents them, and kind of what direction the Student Union takes. In our autumn elections, you have the opportunity to apply to become one of our National Union of Student Delegates. There's 4 roles for that, and or one of our NUS Liberation delegates to represent UAL at a national level. Delegates' primary role is to attend the respective NUS conference to contribute to a national debate, vote on policy, and elect NUS leadership. It's a really great opportunity. It kind of drives change on a national level for art students, as well as developing your own skills to grow your own networks. I attended when I was a student, and it was kind of unlike anything that I'd tried before, and I really enjoyed the experience for myself personally. I found it really interesting. Okay, so course representative or course reps. It's another really effective way to get your voice heard, and essentially, like, if it's something that interests you, anyone can become a course rep. Course reps are students at the heart of improving teaching, facilities and community in UAL's colleges. Your course leader should be kind of in touch over the next coming weeks about becoming a course rep and a little bit more information. But if you're interested, like, definitely put yourself forward. I was a course rep for my course, and I found it really beneficial to kind of be able to have those kind of more formal conversations with like staff and students, and kind of be able to find solutions for any student concerns. But it also kind of got me a bit closer to my student group, because we were able to kind of set aside a time for those conversations, and it was really lovely. Okay, events. The student union creates events to build community and give you the best time at university. We understand that university can be stressful and that you need time to socialise as well as looking after your well-being. So we put on a wide range of events to make sure that there's something for everyone. And we're excited to be delivering events both online and in person this year. This is our lovely website. The Student Union holds a wide array of online community events, in-person fairs, freshers club nights, and give it a go, or societies and sports club events. All can be accessed on our website. There's a lot of opportunities for you to meet new friends, explore new interests, and connect with the wider UAL student community. You might need to create an online login for the website, but it just takes a couple of minutes. It's just kind of signing up. Welcome fairs. So these happen this week. If you attended, thank you for coming. It was really great to see kind of a lot of students there. We had a really great attendance for it. If you didn't get to make it, that's totally fine. You know, there'll be other opportunities to kind of interact with the societies and sports clubs. Kind of an example would be, I know a lot of them were kind of recommending reaching out on Instagram and things like that. And me and the Sabs were there, but there'll be plenty of times to kind of meet us as well. Okay, sports clubs. So there are 20 different sports clubs you can join, whether it's competitive sports like football or basketball, or non-competitive like dance and climbing. There's lots of different communities for you to join. If there's a club that you want to start, drop your activities officer Armani an email, and she'll be happy to help. During Big Welcome in October, we'll have 3 weeks of free activities that you can take part in. So it's kind of worth meeting our committee members, and joining with some free sessions. There'll be a mix of online workout sessions run by students and coaches, as well as virtual socials, quizzes, and meet and greets. Membership costs will range depending on what clubs you want to join, and we have termly memberships to make joining clubs more affordable as well. You will also have the opportunity to compete against other universities in weekly competitions, such as Bucks, if you take part in the sports clubs. This is a great chance to get competitive, represent UAL, and win some trophies. In March, we have our annual varsity competition, where all of our sports clubs compete across one day against our rivals, Goldsmiths University, with the winner being crowned Arts Cup champions. Goldsmiths defeated us in 2020, so we'll be looking for revenge next year. So whether you want to participate or if you just want to come and watch, I think it'll be a fun atmosphere to kind of take part in. And we also have Arts Active. Arts Active is all about trying something new, exciting things without the competitive edge, basically. So it's a great opportunity to meet people across different campuses, access affordable activities, have fun, and relieve a bit of stress. Arts Active runs every week during term time, excluding bank holidays. And the annual membership gives you access to all of the classes. We have termly and yearly memberships, but the prices to be confirmed, but you can find that on our website. And classes are beginner level and open to all. So our societies. Student societies provide opportunities for you to meet like-minded people, explore your interests, and develop your creative practice. There is something for everyone at ArtsU, from curation to culture to advocacy and well-being. Why not start an academic society to supplement your course material? We have over 30 different societies that students can join, and all of our societies and clubs are student-led, so they're created for students by students. Societies will be running 3 weeks of free online workshops for all UAL students during the big welcome, so why not give it a go? The workshops will include live drawing, panel talks with guests, meet and greets, and more. There's no limit to the number of societies you can join. And they're a really great way to kind of meet students that you maybe wouldn't meet on your course, and just kind of like expand your network of people in a really nice way that you can always have that common interest, because you know you've all joined for similar reasons, so it's really lovely. Okay, next we have our artistic professional development. So our current course page is on the website that lists all the creative opportunities, both internally within the colleges at UAL and externally working with our arts programme partners. If you want to know a bit more about how to professionally develop your practice, gain links to resources and get up-to-date information on our annual professional development series on our website. The team run a year-long programme for students at UAL to help professionally develop your practice. And you can learn a little bit more about our legacy projects and how you can showcase and sell your work in Exhibit and Made in Arts London, and find out how you can help develop your skills as creative by loaning out our exhibition spaces and project spaces, and apply to funding available to ensure that your project has the best head start for success. So this is just a really great way that you can kind of, again, it's just gaining that experience that you maybe otherwise wouldn't get just on your course alone. And, you know, you can kind of practice a bit of independence with that. And it's just a really great way to kind of gain those skills that you otherwise maybe wouldn't do in that same way on your course. So Arts SU Advice Service. Your Student Union Advice Service is here to offer you independent support if you find yourself in a difficult situation while studying at UAL. We can advise on a range of issues that might affect you while studying at UAL. The advice service is always confidential, which means we won't tell your college you have approached us unless you ask us to. On our website, you can access quick advice for some of the most common processes students encounter at UAL, but if you're not sure where to start, you can try our self-help questionnaire or get in touch. You can also book an appointment with one of our advisors through the website, where you can speak to them directly as well. And now onto our companion scheme. Our companion scheme pairs students with another student of a similar age, college or background or circumstance. We have a variety of companion groupings, with a new grouping added this term that pairs late arrivals or quarantining students with others in the same situation. And we have a little video now to kind of explain that. Perfect. Yeah, so if you want to find out more information about that, feel free to go on the Student Union website. Okay, and now on to your cafes and bars. Our commercial services run at 3 sites across UAL, which is 2 cafes, one at High Holborn and one at CSM, and a bar at LCC. Both cafes are open from mid-October, but the Darkroom bar is closed, unfortunately, due to COVID-19 for now. The cafes will be open restricted hours, but we have taken all the health and safety precautions necessary to keep you safe whilst enjoying our venues. We make careful decisions with our product lines to make sure that they are both ethical and sustainable. Our products are kept at an affordable rate for students, with any profit goes back into investing in your student union services, meaning that essentially when you shop at our sites, you're investing back into yourselves. And now your official university merchandise. Arts SU produces UAL's official merch, such as hoodies, t-shirts, tote bags, and keep cups. This is the only place to buy UAL merch. And again, similarly with our hospitality places, we kind of make sure that everything is sustainably and ethically sourced and made with fair trading standards. It's affordable for students. The staff are paid London living wage, and all profits are returned back into UAL back into the student union and kind of invested in yourselves once again. And the merch was very popular at the Freshers' Fair, so I think there might be a lot of people kind of walking around in UAL hoodies when it starts to get a bit colder. Okay, perfect. So if you want to get in touch, we have our Arts SU website. We've got our Facebook, our Instagram at Arts SU London, as well as our email info@su.arts.ac.uk. And if you want to come see us in person, our head office is at LCF in Holborn, and we're on the first floor. And if you kind of want to get in touch with any of your sabbatical officers, we are all on Instagram, and it's quite simple. It's just like welfare at SU Arts. So yeah, if you want to get in touch, just reach out. And if you have any questions, pop them in the chat box and we can answer them now. Thank you everyone for coming today. I'll just give it a minute for questions. But hopefully the start of term goes well for everyone. And yeah, thank you for coming along. Doesn't look like there's any questions. But like I say, if you've not got questions right now, but something kind of pops up, just feel free to reach out in kind of whatever way works best for you. And we're more than happy to answer anything that you've kind of, anything that you want, basically. Is there any support for commuters? I'm not entirely sure. Sharon might know a little bit more. Sharon's helping with today. I'm not entirely sure, unfortunately.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm one of the staff members here at Arts SU. My pronouns are he, him. In terms of support for commuters, so there may be a companion grouping in our companion scheme for commuters. So do check out that. And if there isn't, that could be something that could be looked at to ensure that yourself as a commuter student could perhaps meet other students who are in a similar situation. Our societies and sport clubs do check out sort of what they're doing, and I'm sure some activities perhaps might be in the day where that might be accessible to you as a commuter student before commuting. So do check that out as well. But we're very conscious of trying to make sure that we're as accessible as possible for commuters, as we know that the university experience can be different for yourselves if you're having to travel to and from the campus and you perhaps can't access the same things on campus in the evenings as other students who might be living close by. So yeah.
Thanks, Sharon.
I think that's all the questions. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Right, bye.